Welcome to Ask the Teacher. My name is Veronica Steele, and I'm your host today. Ask the Teacher is a Q&A platform where you, the parent, can ask me, the teacher, questions about your child's early childhood development. Today, we're talking about, you guessed it, fall, parent-teacher conferences. Let's go to class. This Q&A is for parents as well as teachers. Teachers, you should have already turned in your child's gold assessments for this semester, the fall semester. And teachers, you should have already emailed a copy of your children's parents, a copy of their Teaching Strategies Gold Summary Report or your child observation record from CORE, okay? So those are assessments, families, that we use to assess your child's early childhood development in physical, gross motor, which is fine motor, your child's cognitive comprehension, your child's literacy, math skills, essential skills, your child's social emotional development, which is a key component to early childhood development. They need to be able to verbalize what they need or want to be able to get the help that they need. Social studies, science, technology, you name it. We're assessing your child based on the information that you, the parent, provide virtually or that we observe when we're doing our Zoom classes or Google Classroom classes, okay? So let's take a look at our Teaching Strategies Go report. So for families, that report is just a summary of the assessments which we use. We take annotated notes, or we ask you to take a picture of your child's work and submit it to Strategies Go or your communication tool, whether it be Dojo or Leapfrog or some other component to that we can assess your learner, okay? All right, so teachers, I'm going to stop sharing this screen and I'm going to pull up the gold report. So when you're doing your family teacher conferences, your family should already have an electronic copy of the gold report emailed to them so that they have something to look at as well as you have something to look at. And I'm going to go ahead and pull that up. This is not a real report. This is just an example. All right, so teachers, when you're doing your family teacher conferences, you want to go ahead and pull up your child's report. Make sure that I'm not sharing this screen. Okay, good. Awesome. All right, let's go to that report. So you want to go ahead and pull that up. I actually have a child in here who is a fictional child. And you want to go ahead and make sure that your fall report is up for fall 2021. Generate that report, okay? All right, so now I'm gonna pop you back in so that you can go ahead and look at what I'm looking at. Let me share this screen with you. There it is. All right, so families, this is what you should have of your child's. See the different dates. So this was actually done in the fall. This is the fall. This is not your winter. This is not your spring, summer. This is the fall report. So families, I'm gonna go ahead and explain this, how your teacher should explain it to you. Teachers, go ahead and ad lib a little bit, change the verbiage that I use. Go right ahead to help your families understand this report. All right, so families, anything to the left of the shaded areas is where your child may need to work on some areas and to reach some goals. Anything to the left is a little below the highly held expectations for children his or her age for preschool children. Anything in the shaded areas is where your child should be, the highly held expectations for preschool learners, where your child is progressing to. Anything to the right is where your child exceeds the highly held expectations for preschool children, okay? All right, so as you can see in social emotional, this area was a little harder to assess based on what we can observe as teachers, basically through Zoom calls and any information that the parents provided. Let's see, physical, this is your fine motor, gross motor, this is your language, how we listen to their words. We're actually listening to what they're saying, families, to make sure that they're using expressive vocabulary or that they speak clearly. The cognitive, this happens in small group as well as large group where they can persist, or how they kind of interact to make connections when we ask open-ended questions. Literacy, same thing. If they can recognize the structure of letters, the letter sounds, you see that there's math here. There's science and technology. I know a lot of the children right around now actually know really well how to use the computer. The arts, if you're dancing on Zoom, you might want to use GoNoodle. Families taking snapshots of the boys and girls that are dancing with us. We appreciate it. Parents, remember, you are the teachers. We are there just to give you those supports, okay? So this is a snapshot of the report that teachers may use, and there's another one too. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen while I pull that one up as well. So let's see. I hope this is helping you. So families, you probably want to go ahead and write down some questions you may have for your teacher so that you can get all your concerns addressed. This is your time. So make sure that if you have questions about your child's development, especially since this is virtual, something that we have not done completely as a country or the world for preschool, unless you've, partake of some other program. Don't worry about it. This is your time. So don't be shy, parents. If you have questions, go ahead and address those questions and concerns, okay? All right, I'm going to share my screen with you. I have the report all pulled up. Like I said, this is a fictional character. As you can see, there's no name on here. This is the report card, families. Do you see that? This is the report card. So you want to go ahead and let's just see, it says managing feelings. Like I said, we're able to see this on your Zoom calls, and we're able to hear how you address your concerns with your child, okay? So it says managing feelings. So if every time they get on with their teacher for Zoom or Google Classroom, they're crying or upset, we're just trying to see how they manage their feelings. Are they striking out? Are they covering up? So this just says currently the child C is beginning to comfort themselves, and they're seeking out that special object or person. So they might be trying to reach toward mom or dad, okay? Or a special character or a toy or something to give them comfort. It's okay to give those to them, families. This, like I said, this is new for everyone. Not everybody likes to be on camera. So it's definitely fine. Don't worry about it. Go ahead and give them the supports that they need, okay? Also, this is a time where we're just obsessing and see how they're able to follow limits and expectations when they're in class with us, okay? This is the same assessment we would be doing if we were actually in front of your student, okay? All right, as you can see, some different categories. That was social, so now we're into physical. So this child is actually demonstrates traveling schools. They move purposely from place to place. So it says currently they can do this, next they will be able to do this. So you see how that's kind of set up. So like I said, go ahead and write down those questions that you want to know. And this is a good time to ask your teacher, I know we do check-ins, how you can best support them at home. So if they are crying on camera, families, please feel free just to not have the camera on, just have them where they can listen to us. Maybe they might want to lay on the couch and listen to class. That's fine. That's perfectly fine, okay? We want them to have good foundational skills and not be shy or nervous or get anxiety every time they feel that, oh my goodness, it's school time, okay? All right, as you can see, there are math, there's math here, there's science, technology. For these, it either says no evidence yet if we haven't been able to observe them doing it, or the teacher in classroom have not participated in some scientific inquiry right now, or it says emerging, that they're able to see or either use their words through anecdote notes. Here's social studies things, music, and comments for the teacher to write, okay? So it's not at all scary. Like I said, we're here for you, families. We are here to make sure that you feel comfortable addressing your concerns to us. We're all on the same team here. We're all for your child. and we're just here to give you the best supports that we can, okay? So if you have any questions or comments, please email me. It's fine. I look forward to hearing from you. No problem, okay? I do want to just give a little encouragement to families. All right, as conferences approach, we understand this brings a level of uneasiness or anxiety as this school year looks quite different. This has been a year where you are the planners and implementers of the lessons that we teachers have been able to provide with just suggestions and guidance. Please know that although our roles look different, you have always been the teacher in your child's eyes. Your teacher's view and value of school has always and will always rest in your ability to buy into school, especially during these early stages, as preschool is foundational learning. Parents, guardians, grandparents, aunties, uncles, siblings, you all have done an amazing job with your learners' education. Please feel proud of that. Please remember you are not alone. We as educators are providing instruction, however, resting knowing we are also assessing your learners' engagement, the disposition of school to ensure we are strategically planning and attending to their stress level and anxiety as performing, as this is a new experience for all. Like I said, you might want to turn the camera off and just let them listen. The social emotional well-being of your child is yours as well as ours, especially yours. All of our number one concern. If children are not comfortable within when class start, they may view school as being unsafe and unfun, or they may not even want to participate because the stress of those butterflies in their stomach, they don't like the way it feels when school begins. They may get upset, or they may need just to take a break, especially if they see the mood that school puts families in. The mood because they are unintentionally or on expectations. We might not know the developmental level a child should be on at age 4 to 5. I will put some resources down here because some expectations may not be developmentally appropriate. So like I said, this parent-teacher conference, express those concerns to your teacher, okay? And families, remember, take a break. Take a break. If you need a break from class, class is Monday through Thursday, you might want to skip like a Wednesday just to regroup your family. You're balancing a lot right now. You're the teachers. You're still working. You're their everything. You always have been. This is just an added layer to it. And you guys are doing awesome, okay? So know that we are here for you as your educators, as advocates for your family, for your children. If you need resources, reach out to your teacher. This is a good time to ask for those, as we are not only here to service the child academically, social, and emotionally, but we're here for the family. All right, well, thank you for joining me today for Ask the Teacher. I will definitely be with you next time. Bye-bye. Have a good day, families. Have a good day, teachers. I hope this was a little bit to ease the stress. Have a good day. Bye-bye.